So we are actually live. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Tonight's guest is Doc, aka Leo, aka Doc.
All kinds of AKAs.
All kinds of AKAs. But yeah, he's a local guy. We're focusing on local. Wanted to get him on and basically talk about. You've grown quite the following on social media. Just how long has the page been going on? How long have you been running the page? Just a couple years, or not even?
No. Oh, excuse me. So May 18th, coming up this May 18th will be 1 year.
So not even a year. So you started COVID right in the middle of COVID.
Yeah, a few months after, March, April, yeah, like 2 months after lockdown. So it's it's been a trip.
Yeah, I bet. And so it started out just kind of like as just something to do, or
So originally, kind of the way it started was, I went and got a cheeseburger at Tap 22.
okay,
In Silvis. Great cheeseburger. And I wrote a review for it.
okay,
And I went to post it on their page, and they had taken the ability to leave reviews on their page off.
oh,
A lot of restaurants do that because they get you get negative feedback.
Yeah.
So you get too much of it, they'll take it off.
yeah,
But this other page, Quad City Takeout and Delivery, that had started.
that blew up really fast.
Yeah, that blew up really fast.
Yeah,
I think it was right around the 20,000 mark when I joined it, and they were growing fast every day.
yeah,
I posted it there to try and drive people to it, and it just that particular review just blew up.
okay,
I think it was like 1,000 reactions on just that one for that page, and then the restaurant shared it, and there was like another 1,300 reactions on that, and then Silvis, I think the city of Silvis, shared it as well, and there was like another 500 or 600 on that.
So this was just kind of like because most of your reviews are pretty clever. And,
Yeah, I try and tell like a ridiculous story.
yeah,
I've throughout my time, I try to include like my beta fish, Frank, my dog, Aberdog Lincoln, and yeah, some of my family maybe.
yeah.
And then just exploits from craziness, crazy times in my life. So every one of them can somewhat be linked together in this weird, like, out to eat with Leo universe of this crazy life I've led. So yeah, it's been a trip. It's been real fun. Lately, my poster, I think I've gotten away from the comedic portion of it. I try and still, throw things in there, but it's man, it takes a lot.
Have you done any type of comedy in the past, like stand up or anything like that? Thought about it?
I actually last week I did my first stand up set.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. It gets addicting.
I did one a couple weeks ago actually at the Renwick. The Renwick Mansion there in Davenport. Tomfoolery on Tremont with shout out to Chris Schlichting.
There's an open mic at Gypsy Highway.
I just heard about that. I'm going to try that out too because it is something that's like, oh man, I got to try this again.
Yeah, it's I told some pretty personal stories. If you were lucky enough to be there, then you know those stories. If you weren't, then I'll never tell them again. So
yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time. It was fun.
So you're a storyteller. That's what you're.
Yeah, I would say a storyteller of sorts.
Yeah.
It's. I've always one of the things that really I remember from growing up was that my grandfather, who served in World War II, he only told me like I think maybe 3 or 4 war stories, and he was over there for like 4 years.
Yeah, so he's got plenty.
But he only told these 4 distinct stories, and he kept a lot of that emotion, a lot of the things that happened to him, his post traumatic stress. He kept that locked down inside, and I always wondered, what happened to him over there.
Yeah.
What were his stories? And then throughout the years, we've seen all these World War II movies. Tom Hanks with the Band of Brothers. Mm-hmm. Most incredible, group of men I've ever seen. And all the stories that go with them.
Yeah.
And just thinking that my grandfather had those stories. I never got to hear them. So, yeah, there's a lot of mundane, boring stuff that happens while you're at war.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of crazy, funny, great stories.
Yeah.
And with my children, and hopefully one day my grandchildren, I want them to have a portion of that.
Yeah.
Stories that I've kept dear to my heart and that I want to share with everybody else as well.
Gotcha, yeah. First off, before we get any further, I want to make sure people who are watching us, because we were having issues with the microphones, that everyone can hear us all right. I just want to make sure that's... I'm looking at the comments on my phone. I mean, it's slightly delayed.
Okay.
I just want to make sure we're coming through clear if I have to adjust anything. It's always good to check that at the beginning here. So anyone watching, if you could drop a comment and let me know that you can hear us just fine, or if we need to make any adjustments here.
We got 8 viewers, man.
Yeah, I got a few viewers, but I know people are watching. I just need to know. I got notifications, but anyone at all. That's all I need to know. Got people jumping on. But yeah, if you're just tuning in, okay, yes, I hear you. Thank you.
Awesome.
That's all we wanted to know. We don't want to get too far into this, and then
we get like an hour into it and nobody heard anything. That'd be great.
Yeah, I've had worse luck than that. So, well, yeah, let's start out by talking about the news that you got today. The news about the news. So.
Oh, okay. So I was nominated by my hairstylist.
Okay.
So early on in my reviews, I did a review for Awake Coffee.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was.
I like that place.
It was so ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. Like I was doing yoga. So I was doing yoga in this particular review with my friend Becky with an I and not a Y. And Becky Riemann got LinkedIn or got tagged in it or something, and she became my Becky for that review. And found out she was a hairstylist, so I've been going to her ever since to get my haircut, and she nominated me for Pay It Forward. For WQAD. So
I don't know much about the WQAD Pay It Forward. So how does it work?
You go to their website, you nominate somebody for service in the community or something that they're doing that's special.
Okay.
And I want to say it's a Central Bank.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So a Central Bank
from what you said earlier.
Essentially gives them $300 to the person that nominates you, and then they deliver it and they tell a little bit about your story, and that will be on the news tomorrow morning and tomorrow at 5.
So you recorded that today?
Yeah. So, they gave it to me today, and we recorded it today.
Okay.
So
interesting.
That should hit the news tomorrow. They tell a little... You never know with the news how much...
What they're going to edit.
Yeah, what's going to get cut. So I basically, just told them kind of what I was doing, and then my Cake for Causes events and stuff like that. So,
Tell me a little about that. The cake for causes. 'Cause I don't know anything about that. So.
oh, okay. So, Cake for Causes, essentially started because of a joke.
Okay.
I was kind of upset. There's all these ladies were posting about where they could get the best cake tasting for their weddings,
Okay.
and a lot of bakers were advertising it as well.
Okay.
And I know that's like a something that like the bride and bridesmaids do together.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Why is that just ladies? Why is that just them getting to go out and taste all these like
Why
different
don't the
flavors
dudes get
of
to try the
cake?
cake?
Yeah, so why don't the guys get it? So I'm like, you know what? Why can't I set something up with just a bunch of guys and we just go and taste a bunch of different cakes? And it started out as a joke, but then like everybody jumped on board. Like, yeah, why can't we?
Yeah.
So then I went about setting this whole event up where I paid a couple bakers. They made like 5 different flavors of cake each, and we all met at me and Billy's.
Okay.
And everybody ate cake. And I figured while I had them there, let's raise some money for a couple nonprofits.
Yeah.
So we ended up raising for about $400
Okay.
to spread out among 3 different nonprofits.
Nice.
So now I'm just going to do it every month.
Yeah.
It gives me a reason to go eat more cake.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to continue. Hopefully each month gets better.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how many months you been doing it now?
Well, we just did the first one, so
So you're just on to the second one.
yeah,
now.
May 22nd will be the second one. I think I'm gonna get a birthday cake for my page as well.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
that'll be right at the 1 year mark. So
Awesome. So where are you gonna do where's this next one at?
so the next one will be at the Market Cafe inside of Hy-Vee.
Okay. Which Hy-Vee?
Hy-Vee on the Avenue of the Cities
Okay.
in Moline.
Yep.
So that was a big score for me, getting Hy-Vee to go for this,
Yeah.
because I'm bringing in competitors to their bakery.
Yeah. That is
So,
true. I'm
yeah.
surprised they allowed that.
There's Hy-Vee is like doing this thing where they focus local now.
That's good.
So I think the game is changing, and might as well capitalize on it.
They're changing a lot of stuff with the Hy-Vees.
Yeah, definitely.
You could buy shoes in some of them, I heard.
Oh.
It's just interesting.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I
See how it
guess.
goes. Well, I've heard about, and then they're putting Wahlburgers into some of them.
I've wanted to.
I've
to
never
check
tried
out.
Wahlburgers. I've heard good things.
Yeah,
So
I
that'll
don't.
be cool.
I don't think we'll be lucky enough to get one here. I think Des Moines is getting one.
Yeah, it's gonna start in Des
It
Moines.
always starts in Des Moines.
Well, that's the
Des Moines always gets the best stuff.
Yeah. I've seen I saw a Mark Wahlberg clip where he shouted out Hy-Vee, obviously, because they asked him to. But
Well, he's got all his supplements in the health market.
oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that guy does it. He knows what he's doing. That's for sure.
Marky Mark.
Marky Mark. Yeah. And he was that guy was a degenerate back in the day. He's got some stories too.
He's got like a felony record, I think. For,
Yeah, he used to fight everybody. I think.
I think he like almost beat a guy to death too.
Yep. I think he was a big coke guy.
Yeah.
That'll
Well,
make you want to fight.
Is Marky Mark? Did he? I don't think he did anything
The
with
Funky Bunch.
Did he do anything with the CNC Music Factory? I don't think so.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, probably not. My memory is failing me.
Yeah, I hear you there. Well, anyways, a couple other reasons we're going to get you on here is, obviously we like to talk about mental health and mental illness and things like that. So, and you're trying to be open about your battles. Obviously, and being you said 10 years, right?
Yeah, so I did 4 combat deployments as a combat medic with the 1st Infantry, 2nd Infantry, 3rd Infantry, and 4th Infantry Division. And it was 4 years. 4 years of straight deployments and, well, I'm sorry, not 4 years, 4 deployments, 4 combat deployments of just kind of the worst things on earth.
Yeah.
Being a trauma medic, or being a line medic during all those tours, you get to see literally the worst that happens to humanity,
Yeah.
and it sticks with you. But I think the way I was raised, the life that I led before I joined the military, gave me a little bit more humility to deal with it. Being a Midwest boy, of course, you kind of, I think you're a little bit tougher than East Coast and West Coast guys. I could be stroking my ego a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, I going through the deployments, going through that time, I would see how individuals would react to certain situations that we were in.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like to think that I had more gumption or bravado or bravery or anything like that than anybody else. I like to say that I was just an ordinary guy put into an extraordinary circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
And I came out with some stories, a couple scars, and a lot of stories to tell.
So before the military, you said you had you did go. Was this like not a right out of high school type of thing?
No, so I took the ASVAB, I think my senior year. That's the military test they give you to see, how smart you would be for military service.
Yeah.
I took that during my senior year of high school because I had no plan.
Yeah.
As I didn't know if I was going to go to college. I didn't know if I was going to just, walk around the rest of my life. Like.
And did you grow up around here? Or
yeah.
Okay.
So I graduated from Moline High School.
Okay. So graduated from Moline, didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, I had no clue. Being adopted, I graduated and I moved down to Florida right after graduation to try and foster a relationship with my biological parents. My father and mother were divorced, but they both lived in Florida.
Okay.
So I kind of spent a little bit of time between both of them, just kind of
getting to know them a little bit.
Yeah, get to know them a little bit. Then my father up here had a stroke, and I kind of felt responsible to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So I came back to the Quad Cities, and shortly thereafter I met my wife, and then, well, we had our first child. We'd been married for a year, and that's when I joined the military.
Okay.
So this is about 6 or 7 months after September 11th. Is when I signed up.
So right in the heat of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right in the heat of things, I went through basic, went through AIT, the medic school, and within a year of graduating AIT, I was in Kuwait, sitting in the DMZ waiting for Bush to say, go, let's do it. And then we traveled up through Baghdad into Iraq, and that's when things got real.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it all started. I mean, there's obviously a lot of stuff that happened in between there. But yeah, it was a good time.
Good. I mean, obviously a life experience.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Definitely a life experience. So where does that all fit with mental health? Well, after my first deployment, I was injured during my time. My unit had one of the highest casualty rates since Vietnam. So we had all seen a lot. We had dealt with a lot. We'd been through a lot. We had one of the highest counts of Purple Hearts, which is the award for being injured by an enemy in combat. I was diagnosed shortly after I got back with post-traumatic stress.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was going to punch my ticket. I decided to re-enlist, and the paperwork for that got lost. So
interesting.
7 months later, I was on my way back to Iraq again to do it all over. And that deployment was probably 100 times worse than my first one.
Jeez, and the first one was bad.
Yeah, and the first one was bad. It's just it's a grindhouse, and every day was let's see how terrible things can be. But during that there was a lot of good.
Probably a lot of people you got to know on a deep level, obviously.
Yeah, you get to know some, you become brothers really fast.
Yeah.
And in a situation like that, you learn everything there is to know about somebody, while you're also learning more about yourself. The unfortunate part of war, especially modern combat, well, I mean any combat for that matter, I guess, is that most of the soldiers are young, able-bodied men, or women for that matter, that are 18 to 24 years old. So from 18 to 24, you are put in literally the worst circumstances of your life. And during that time, your brain is still maturing.
Yep.
Your brain isn't fully mature till the age of 25.
Mm-hmm.
So from 18 to 24, you have people that are literally fighting for their lives.
Yeah.
And how that affects them mentally is it sticks with them for the rest of their lives. So that's kind of what we have going now. Is we now have a generation, just like we did with World War II, just like we did with Korea, just like we had with Vietnam, of 18 to 24-year-old men that have spent multiple years, multiple combat tours, coming back home and trying to readjust to a world that doesn't understand that.
Yeah.
So, I guess, roundabout way, what we've been talking about is my page and what I do. It's not only food reviews, and it's not only my crazy stories, but it's me putting that conversation in that page.
Yeah.
I talk about depression. I talk about suicide. I talk about the uncomfortable portions of that.
Yeah.
Because I think it's something that we need to normalize.
Mm-hmm.
So many people stray away from it. But mental health is the same as physical health.
Yes.
If you are in a bad mood, just next time you're in a depressed or you're in a funk, try and open your mind to see how you feel physically. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to be good.
No.
You're not depressed and like, oh, I feel really good, but I'm depressed. No, when you're depressed, you don't feel good physically.
No.
So
when you're actually depressed, not just sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when I'm sad, same thing. But, so our lives center around how we feel, and if your mental health is bad, your physical health is bad. Mm-hmm. And same with your physical health. Your physical health is, correlates to your mental health as well. So I try and normalize that conversation. I try and make it, it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully I've been successful with it so far. I keep doing it.
That's kind of what this is all. That's kind of why I started this whole brand and this page, and because at first, I mean, as you saw on my Instagram, there's a large following on my Instagram.
Yeah. Which
I developed actually as another account, and I changed the name. Because it used to be like a party lifestyle brand, basically that me and my friend created while we were in college.
Yeah.
And it was about like college partying and stupid stuff that we would share. And then I eventually, I got older and got mature and quit drinking. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense for me to run this anymore.
I'm still trying to get mature then, so.
Well, no, I'm not saying I needed it yet. I was at a point where I needed to stop.
Yeah.
I was putting myself into a lot of bad situations.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
So that I had to. I tell everybody I retired. I was like, it sounds a lot better when I say I retired from drinking. So hopefully I'm not like Michael Jordan and come out of retirement. But yeah, that's kind of how this brand started because I wanted to focus more on my mental health. I was focusing more on my mental health, so I wanted to focus more on mental health as in general and be able to talk to other people about mental health and kind of have that conversation continuously going. So because, like you said, it doesn't happen enough. A lot of people are, isolating and hiding out and not dealing with their problems and because they're afraid to talk to somebody about it. And there's a lot of people out there that have been in that situation, have gotten out of that situation that you can talk to. And COVID has done a lot of bad things for people's mental health, but at the same time, it's also opened up the avenue of virtual visits.
Yeah.
Which is something I've been taking advantage of with my psychiatrist and my therapist because they're both in Iowa City. Because that's where I was working. I was commuting. Now I'm working from home because of COVID, which is a benefit for me. But also I can see my therapist and my psychiatrist, and it costs me nothing. As comparison, if I were to go there, it would cost me a lot more. Just a couple $100. And then there's also other websites and networks that have developed just because of virtual visits being more demanding.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a big industry right now. I'm a Gen Xer, so I really hate it.
yeah, and I get it. It's not the best option.
Yeah. Oh no,
but it's a better option than the alternative.
Oh yeah, definitely. Seeking out or even putting yourself out there, making sure that you're taking care of your mental health is super important. And if that's through Zoom or FaceTime or whatever, it's awesome that people have that avenue. I've always been more of an in-person kind of guy.
Yeah, if you can do it, do it. But...
Oh yeah, hopefully things start opening up, but also with the different avenues. I hope it gives people less excuses.
Exactly. You don't want that barrier it's like a barrier to entry type of thing, and it's a barrier you're putting up anyway. So yeah, it's an easier thing to jump on your phone if you're not able to get off your couch.
I've seen a few little comedy skits where they're especially with TikTok, where they're like, hold on, I gotta call my psychiatrist. Like quick and do a FaceTime.
Yeah.
And they're walking around okay, I'm good now. Or hopefully I never get to that point. But yeah, it's that being that accessible is pretty awesome.
Yeah. I definitely don't have a way to do that with my psychiatrist therapist. They would not like that. I'm sure I could figure out a way to get a hold of them that way, but they would not like that.
Get that.
Still have appointments.
Get that Mark Zuckerberg access to a psychiatrist.
Oh God.
So the military, the stigma has always been any kind of mental health means you're weak.
Yeah. That's the old stigma that we're trying to break.
I think it's well ingrained into civilians as well. So
men as well.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, men. I think that stems a lot from I would say World War One, dating back that far, maybe even further before that. I know documentaries and things that I've watched on World War One. When they came back, there was so much emphasis on drinking hard liquors and just putting your head down and going to work and not talking about it. And World War One, World War Two, those were some of the most horrendous battles that have ever been fought, and I can't even imagine. A lot of them, World War II vets will say the same thing to me. But being a veteran, I can't imagine what they went through. Mm-hmm. And to come home and not have any access to mental health.
Yeah, it just wasn't even a thing.
It wasn't a thing. It was. I started watching Peaky Blinders.
I've heard great things.
I don't know if you've watched it or not.
I haven't, but I've been told to.
The very, very first episode, they have a guy that that was part of the war with France, and he just goes nuts. Middle of the bar has a flashback, and just loses it completely.
Loses, yeah.
And the way they deal with him, rough him up a little bit, they hold him down, but they called him, you're crazy, man. All these different things, and that's the way it was back then. You either dealt with it, you buried it.
When is the Peaky Blinders? When is it based? What era?
I want to say turn of the century.
Okay.
It's based in England.
Okay.
So I think it's right at turn of the century.
Okay.
Maybe World War One era.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I just started watching.
But,
But literally, the first episode, they hit that topic, and I think that's amazing to show that, to show it in any time that people can see what veterans go through.
Yeah.
Back then, you'd get thrown in a sanitarium, maybe, or they'd load you up with cocaine or
something.
Substance. Yeah, some kind of insane substance to just keep you completely chilled out, or you would just drink yourself to death.
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie.
A long time ago, I believe.
So if it's crazy. I pay attention to these things. I look at more what the veterans and what they go through to try and relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go back and you watch Pearl Harbor, you'll see Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett, I think, as young boys, and they're getting ready to jump on their father's plane, and he's just completely drunk, and during that scene, you see him go back, and you see that their father go back into that place in his head where he was during World War II or World War One. So I guess it's just amazing that we treat veterans like that. This leads up to where I was. So my final mission that I was on, I've kind of told this story a few times.
And how long ago was this?
This was July 1st, 2007.
Okay.
So July 1st, 2007, at 9 a.m., I was hit by what they call an EFP IED. It's an electric shape charge. It didn't have the standoff to be lethal, but it was an explosion right on my door. That happened at 9 a.m. Gave me a little bit of concussion, but it knocked out our gunner. Our gunner, he completely out of it, so we took him to the green zone. I transferred him to the care of the hospital there. And shortly after we transferred him, the doctors looked me over real quick and they said, if you need to stay, you need to stay. You've definitely had a concussion. So we'd kind of like you to stay and get it checked. Your guys have to leave, though. They're going back on mission.
Yeah.
So I couldn't let my guys go back on mission without a medic.
Yeah.
So we roll back out of the gate. So I'm still ringing from this concussion.
Yeah.
It's about 10:30-ish. We get a call over the radio that we need to go check something. We had some intel or it's probably bad intel. So at 11:15 on the dot, because I had looked down at my watch, at 11:15, an IED exploded on me on the back corner of my vehicle. The whole entire vehicle caught on fire. RPG went through my door, ripped off my Kevlar, multiple lacerations through my face, neck, shoulder. My ribs got broken. Completely lost hearing in my left ear. Worst day ever.
Yeah. Sounds awful.
as they're pulling me out, we get under contact again. Just one of the worst firefights I've ever been in. And the whole time through it, I was choking on blood, and I'm completely cut up and bleeding out. 7 months later, I'm in a hospital in Fort Sam Houston, recovering. I go home, and they say, hey, you can't be a combat medic anymore. We're going to chapter you out. So during that whole entire period, I had healed somewhat physically. I still had a couple surgeries left. Mentally, I can't remember most of the time because I was on so many drugs.
Yeah.
But this one particular night, and this sticks with me because it's mental health. This one particular night, I went to the gas station, and a couple of the guys that were on that patrol walked into the gas station. Like, I hadn't seen these guys in forever. So I'm, hey, what's up, guys? And they looked at me and they called me a pussy because they were retiring me out of the military for what had happened to me. Those guys thought because I didn't come back to go back into combat, even though my extensive injuries and all that stuff, they looked at me and they called me a pussy because I was being retired out of the military.
Like you had a choice.
Yeah, like I had a choice.
Yeah.
They expected me to, just toughen up and just be, man through it.
Just be a machine.
Yeah, and that stuck with me. Stuck with me hard for the longest time. And, after a while, I let go of it. And now it's, I get, I try and explain to other soldiers, other veterans, this isn't, no matter what has happened to you, you're strong. You made it through it. And you got to keep going.
Yeah, you're still here.
Yeah, you're still here for a reason. You're still going. You're still breathing. Your heart's still pumping. There's some reason that you're still here. And it takes the longest time to really figure that out in your head. For the longest time, I went through life as a ghost. Just a complete ghost. And I think I'm finally getting to the point in my life where I don't feel like a ghost anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can keep pushing that for other people, normalizing the conversation with mental health, and showing people, I guess, my weaknesses or my vulnerabilities,
mm-hmm.
then maybe that helps them be stronger. So that's what I've strived to do ever since.
That's awesome. You gotta keep sharing your story, man. I mean,
I try.
Yeah, as much as you can, because I've had a few friends that have served some time, and they don't. And I definitely know they've had their issues, and some are more open than others, because it's still kind of like I don't know if I want to talk about that, or the ones that do talk about it, I think they've found professionals to do it, which is good.
Yeah.
As long as you can find somebody to talk to about it. I mean, besides holding it in, obviously that's like the worst thing you can do.
There's going to be so many different types of people, especially with veterans. You'll have your guys that don't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'll have your guys that over-exaggerate what they did or what they went through. And then you'll have guys that are like...
Yeah, people that want the attention for it.
Want the attention for it.
Yeah.
And then you'll have guys that are, calling everybody out because they have they have a false sense of security for themselves.
Yeah.
I don't... I try not to take away anything from anybody when they tell their story. Because them giving into that moment and being vulnerable, whether it's real or not, whether it's over-exaggerated or not, I listen to them. Because they want to release something from their soul.
Yeah.
And I don't take that away from anybody. A lot of guys are like, oh, I can't even imagine what you've been through. with 2 Purple Hearts and, you know, all this combat time. Well, I don't look at it like that. Yeah, I was injured twice. Yeah, I probably went through a lot more firefights than most. But the downtime, I did the craziest shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we snuck in alcohol, plenty of mouthwash bottles full of vodka. We played lots of cards. We watched all kinds of stupid, crazy porn. We watched a lot of other stuff too. For God's sakes, for 3 weeks straight, the best time of my entire life was watching The L Word from HBO.
Yeah.
Okay. Season 1 was the best. But, I mean, that's just the dumb stuff you do during downtime in war. You find ways to release your mind, and that's what I did. And I wasn't back here with my family. I wasn't back here, you know, going to bars during my 20s. But my time, my life at that point, with all the guys that I was going through this terrible time with, that was fun to me. And I look at that time as the best time of my life. A lot of guys don't. They had terrible times, and
Yeah.
it's unfortunate. But yeah, there was a lot of bad mixed in there, but
Trying to
a
get
lot
the
of
positive out of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good and a lot of really funny stories.
Yeah, I bet.
So I try and bring all that to the front. I try and bring some funny stories to people with what I do, and hopefully it resonates with somebody.
So yeah, when you get a bunch of young 20-year-olds together, there's going to be some
Oh yeah, anywhere, no matter where.
no matter where you are, you're going to get some crazy
Yeah.
stories.
Whether it's in the middle of war or, you know, in a college town,
Yep.
it's going to be crazy.
Yep, exactly. So did that when you started out the page, did you obviously kind of, since it blew up so fast, you weren't like, oh, this is how I'm going to have the page. You've kind of just developed and kind of
Yeah, I really
rolled with it.
I really developed it. For a while there it was just straight reviews. I was churning out reviews, just slamming through my checking account.
Yeah.
Like, I got to go find another restaurant that I haven't been to yet. I got to develop a story for this one and try and link it to that somehow. And for a while there, that's just what it was. Then I was like, I got to slow down here. Number one, I'm broke. Number two, I'm starting to get a platform here where people listen to me.
Yeah.
And people knew I was a veteran. Well, they found out anyway. So they found I was a veteran, and I started having some dark days like we do with mental health. And one day, I can't remember what exactly the post was, but one day I just spilled my heart.
Yeah.
And people resonated with it. I had like full conversations with people inside the post and direct messages. Like, hey, I'm here for you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've gone through this same thing. Maybe not as bad as you. Maybe not in war, but I've had this terrible time with this, and I can definitely understand how you're feeling. And then people are, thank you for bringing this up. Thanks for making this part of the conversation. This is exactly how I feel, and now I can share this with my family. And they can understand it because you've put it into a perspective that maybe
Explained it a little bit.
that explains it better. So I just kept going. Like, I'd mix it in there with funny reviews. Some days I'd start a day out with something funny, and then at the end of the day, like, I have people crying. Or, switch that up. They start out crying, then they go to bed laughing.
Yeah.
It's a mixed bag. But that's the way mental health is too.
Yeah. Highs and lows.
Highs and lows. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
So I keep it real. I try and keep it real on my page.
Yeah, people like that authenticity. I always say that word wrong every time. It's just one of those words. But yeah, people really like that when it comes to social media, because you can see through bullshit pretty easily nowadays.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's so many influencers
Yeah.
that I've seen that's just like, wow, that is totally not the way it goes.
No.
And yeah, it gets annoying, but
So what? I mean, mainly you're on Facebook, but are you?
I'm trying to post more on Instagram.
Trying to post more on Instagram.
I know
okay.
Instagram is more photos.
Yeah.
Which is kind of I liken to myself as a writer.
Yeah, I mean, you could do a photo and do a funny caption, and that might resonate.
Yeah, I'm really really bad with Twitter. I think I have like 8 posts on Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter is just
Twitter's different than it used to be. It used to be a lot better, to be honest with you.
I look at a lot of these media platforms are very toxic.
Oh yeah.
Like TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Good Lord. Just even with the funny stuff, you look in the comments and it's like, God, these are the worst people in the world.
Yeah, the comment section is bad.
So I have like a couple like little tiny TikTok videos out there. Not much. Twitter, like I said, Twitter is so political. I try and stay off of Twitter. Instagram, I'm trying to get better with Instagram because I know people want to see what you're eating.
Yeah.
So working on getting better with that. I post a lot of stuff on Instagram now, but Facebook is kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
I started a Patreon account. It just didn't go.
Yeah. I haven't used that at all. So I don't even.
There's like so many people that are so successful with it, and I just don't.
I honestly don't even know much about it.
I don't think a lot of people around here or in the Midwest are.
That's the thing. Yeah. We're a little behind on certain networks. Yeah. Another network I've joined, I haven't used it a lot, is Clubhouse.
Okay. I've heard about Clubhouse. I've never done anything.
It's kind of it's different. It's all about, it's a platform. It's all voice. But it's live. Nothing's recorded. You don't do any posting. You join rooms where people are talking about stuff.
Oh, okay.
And there's like a speaker or a host for the room, and then they invite other people. They like basically say, it's basically like a big Zoom thing, but without video, and they unmute that person and they let them talk. And there's different topics of discussion. It's a lot of business stuff right now.
Yeah.
Like Elon Musk uses it sometimes, and
I think I'll probably stay out of that for a while.
Yeah, it's I downloaded it because I was like, oh, because I was interested, I was intrigued, and I've jumped into a few rooms, and there's a lot of mental health ones that have been popping up that are cool, that people will share their story and things like that. So that's been pretty cool, but it definitely has not taken off around here. I brought it up to a couple of people who are like, oh, I don't need another social media thing.
Yeah.
And I get it.
It's like the apps on my phone. There's, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was just with my sister earlier, and she's like, you have so many apps on your phone. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's bad.
With the restaurant game, it's like, you got to download this app so you can pre-order your food. And it's like, God, I already got like 6 other restaurants on my phone. I can't fit another one.
Yeah. Every restaurant has their own app now.
They need to get together and just.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, well, my guest last week, my buddy Ben, he started an app where he's trying to integrate, he's trying to make the delivery companies kind of compete against each other a little bit more and lower their delivery fees. So basically you can get on his app and find the best deal. Like, say you want McDonald's, you know how McDonald's has multiple options for delivery now. You could, whatever's the best deal, you would just go through that app. So he's developing that right now. And so that way you don't have to app jump, basically, is what he's trying to accomplish. But it's a cool little concept. And
so I ordered from the Barrel House during my COVID
experience.
Yeah, during my COVID experience. And I think like they had my wonderful followers, wonderful fans, they had started a meal train for me. So, like, everybody was going on this meal train site, and they were like donating meals or saying, "Hey, I'm going to drop off a home cooked meal for you." And somebody donated like I think it's like $110, $115 to Barrel House.
It's a lot of Barrel House.
Yeah, well, I thought it was going to be a lot of Barrel House.
Yeah.
So, there used to be a Barrel House in Silvis, which is just right down the street from my house. They closed.
COVID.
I didn't know that. So the Barrel House I was really ordering from was over here in Davenport or Bettendorf. So Bettendorf to East Moline. I think the delivery charge was like $50. And like I didn't realize it. And I like full brain fog from COVID.
Yeah.
And,
I know how that went, yeah.
So I'd like gone through, and my wife was in the hospital at the time. So, and I got 4 kids, and my mother-in-law was staying with us. So I had gone through and like intricately ordered these like insane meals for my kids because they're picky eaters sometimes.
Yeah.
And then myself and my mother-in-law. So 6 meals essentially. And like the delivery charge comes up to like $50. I'm like, are you serious? I'd gone through so much. I'm like, oh, whatever. I'll just pay for it.
You've already went through the whole process of.
So we literally got.
You don't see it till the end.
Yeah, so we got $100 worth of Barrel House food, but then I had to cover that $50 delivery charge. And ever since I'm like, no, never again.
Yeah.
I will not DoorDash or
Was
Grubhub.
it DoorDash?
I don't know.
I
don't remember who it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't do that very often at all.
Yeah.
If it's not like the local pizza delivery driver, I just go get it.
That's what I try to do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Grubhub or DoorDash.
Yeah. Yeah. If I was still partying and stuff, and I could see me using it a little bit more, because also, once you get real intoxicated.
Oh yeah.
And you're lazy and you don't want to go.
I think the first time I got really, really high from edibles, I ordered like $150 worth of Taco Bell from Grubhub, because they're like, it's like you gotta do like at least $30, and I'm like, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
And like $150 later, my whole entire refrigerator is stuffed full of Taco Bell, and I'm passed out on the couch. So it was great, but lesson learned.
Reheated Taco Bell is not that great.
No, it isn't. It's terrible food. But that's what I get for being a 38, 39-year-old man before I ever tried drugs. It's just edibles, nothing crazy.
Yeah, but edibles will hit you hard, and you don't realize it.
Oh, it's. Whew.
Yeah,
I've calmed down quite a bit.
Yeah, you don't know what your limit is, and you're like, oh, this hasn't hit me yet, so I'm gonna eat a couple more.
Oh my gosh! I've completely taken myself off of antipsychotics and depression drugs and things like that. I don't suggest it for a lot of veterans. There's definitely a lot of veterans have chemical imbalances.
Yeah.
Definitely need to be on some kind of medication to help them regulate. I don't think I'm one of those guys. I've always been more down to earth and been able to find a way to control it and just kind of go through it. But I like to indulge every once in a while.
Yeah.
Either have a few edibles or some CBD. I think I do more CBD now than I do edibles. Or just a nice glass of bourbon.
Yeah.
Just to mellow out. I think people on my page maybe think I do it a lot. But,
yeah.
I can't remember the last time I was actually, even buzzed.
Yeah.
Alcohol-wise. And that's not because I've developed some huge tolerance for it. I just have a casual 4 fingers or 1 glass or 1 beer with dinner, or maybe 2 beers with dinner, depending on how big of a meal it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I think that's really important for people to stay as sober as possible. I totally do not advocate getting drunk or getting plastered off of drugs. It's definitely not something that you need to do. Like I said, casually drinking or casually doing some legal drugs. I'm in Illinois.
Yeah, you're in Illinois, so you're good.
So it's legal.
Yeah.
But no, I rarely get stoned or drunk. It's been probably a couple of years since I've been drunk.
Yeah. Because that's what a lot of people do. Turn to.
Oh yeah, self-medicating is in the veteran community is.
Oh, it's yeah.
It's terrible. I've taken quite a few guys to rehab in my past, and I see the effects it has on a lot of people's lives. So I've tried to stop joking about it as much.
Yeah.
But it is a part of what I do. It is a part of my mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while we do need to relax and let go.
Yep.
I think it's very important. I have control over it. I know a lot of alcoholics that say I got control, but no, I really do.
Yeah.
I don't. My wife probably isn't on here, but she would testify.
Yeah, she would
testify that.
That's good. If she's going to testify.
She would say, no, Leo does not get drunk. She would say, Leo does take some edibles too many times or too many edibles. But that's when I get kind of like in a deep state where it's like, God, I'm really depressed today. So I'll take a little bit of CBD and some edibles, and it helps me relax.
Yeah.
Anger is a terrible thing, especially when you have kids. So if you can find a way to relax or something that helps you relax.
Especially with 4 kids. That's a lot of kids.
Oh, yeah. Teenagers, too. Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, so.
Someone asked a question on here. They said, what has helped you alternative therapies, ?
Oh, boy. Alternative therapies. There was, so I've tried quite a few of them. Float therapy.
Yeah, I've done float therapy one time.
Now there's a couple different, there's Float Quad Cities. I have not utilized them.
That's the one I did.
The place I went was.
I had a good experience there.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard quite a few people that really enjoyed their time at Float Quad Cities. The place I went was Integrated Functional Health.
Okay, I've heard of it.
Now they have like a big open.
Okay, so you're not enclosed.
Yeah. A lot of veterans have problems with being enclosed.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So that's why I strayed away from Float Quad Cities.
Yeah.
Float therapy's insane. It's awesome. It takes practice.
Oh yeah, just like it's like meditation kind of.
Yeah. Once I finally was able to relax in it, it was really good. I've tried acupuncture. It's okay. I don't think it's for everybody.
Yeah. Never tried that.
I got a really bad muscle cramp during it.
Ah.
You know how painful it is to get a muscle cramp when you got acupuncture needles? Oh my gosh. It's the worst.
I can only imagine. I have no idea.
Yeah, they give you this like little tiny oriental porcelain bell. So like you're in the far back room, and they're like, you got like a million needles in you, and you get a muscle cramp. And it's like, yeah, trying to ring this like little tiny porcelain bell. It was hilarious to me. You know what? It has its benefits. Reflexology. That's some crazy voodoo stuff right there.
That I have not heard much about.
Wow. So reflexology, they focus on. I could be wrong here, but there's 3 different areas that they massage: your head, your scalp, your hands and wrist, and then your feet. And like they'll go through this whole like checklist of stuff, like trying to find out what's wrong with you. Mm-hmm. So part of my injuries, I had a lot of tissue damage and structural damage to my left shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And then migraines and stuff like that. So my reflexologist, the great Elena Myers, or Elena Ayers, I'm sorry, I mess her name up all the time. She starts, scalp massages are insane, the best, literally the best. It helps you relax, gets rid of like the migraine. It kind of opens your senses up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hand massages, I have really bad like arthritis and my hands get really tight, so that was insane too. But she starts working on my feet, and I'm like so self-conscious about my feet. I think a lot of people are.
Yeah.
But I got some like troll-looking feet, okay? So she starts working on my feet, and she's like, I know you have something wrong with your left shoulder, so I'm going to focus on this area of your foot. And she starts, it's craziest damn voodoo stuff ever. She starts focusing like one part of my foot, and my whole left shoulder goes ice cold. Just like that. Like snap of a finger, my whole shoulder goes ice cold. And I'm like, what? What is this? What's happening?
Yeah.
And like for like 3 or 4 days after that, felt great. Shoulder was insane. I could move it, rotate it. I did a few more sessions after that, and same thing, man. So reflexology is a crazy voodoo science. I think she's probably even watching this.
She said you don't have troll feet.
Whatever, I do.
I have really ticklish feet, so that would
No,
that
see,
would bother me.
You think that's going to be an issue. It's not.
It's not.
No. They reflexologists know what they are doing. So that's another alternative, I guess, therapy. I've also done equine therapy.
Okay,
So
It's a new
equine
one for me,
therapy, kind of, you have to have somebody that's really good with the horse, and they'll guide you through this whole thing. So I did equine therapy with a horse named Shadow, and the horses pick up on your senses and your hesitation. It's amazing. It really is. Megan Sundin was the name of the instructor I had with me, and she was wonderful. And she makes you go through these like almost problem solving things inside this horse arena, and you're going through doing these different things, and she makes you like focus on working with this stubborn horse, trying to get him to do something he doesn't want to do because he's picking up on your frustration. And you have to really let yourself go. It's like 3 or 4 sessions I had to do before I'd let myself go.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you're in the arena with something that outweighs you by like 1,600 pounds and could literally kill you in a second.
Yeah.
Just haul off and kick you in the face and you're done.
Yeah.
So once you let go of that fear and hesitation and you just kind of give into it, the horses are just, it's amazing.
So it's kind of like trains you to get out of yourself, basically.
You really have to get out of yourself and kind of leave your thoughts behind.
Mm-hmm.
These are all these different things that I've tried. I've been blessed with, obviously. It's unfortunate a lot of people don't have access to a lot of these things.
Yeah.
I've been blessed with it because of my military service and because of people and connections that I've made. But these are all like different avenues that I think are things that we can take besides sending somebody to get them doped up on SRIs and all the different antipsychotics. And I think at the pinnacle of my medication time, I was taking 18 different pills. 18 different pills in one day.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So.
And that was all for mental stuff? Or
mental, physical, everything.
Okay, everything, yeah.
But you got to think that everything in there, there's
no way all that's being working together.
Yeah, it's just a terrible cocktail. It's just going in your bloodstream.
Yeah.
and you lose years of your time. Like, I know a lot of guys like look back and they're like, the 20s were the best I've ever lived. I don't remember my 20s. Besides being at war, all the downtime and stuff like that, where they had me pumped up on drugs, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
My early 30s, gone. I mean, these are pivotal times during my children's development. So many people gush about watching their kids take their first steps or first words. I don't remember that shit because I was so doped out of my gourd on medications that were prescribed to me.
Yeah.
Now, replace those with, reflexology or equine therapy or float therapy or just going to a gym.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back to the gym. My spine is completely destroyed right now. But, going to the gym, that's another one. You get a natural high just from working out.
Yeah.
But all these different things, like you said, alternative therapies, I think they have a huge, benefit to mental health. If I could go back in time and do any one of those things instead of taking pills, I think I'd have a lot more of my life that I could remember after I got back from war.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, utilize the resources.
Yeah, definitely. So I try and turn veterans onto that stuff. Try and teach them, hey, use the resources that you got.
Have you done any like veteran support groups or anything like that in the past? Or?
I used to work for a veteran nonprofit that specialized with getting guys into alternative type therapies. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. So I've kind of gone on to do my own thing, and now I just veterans still gravitate towards me. They see how outspoken I am, and I get a lot of questions. And on top of that, when I see a veteran struggling, I go to them.
Yeah, sometimes that's what you got to do.
Yeah, you got to break that ice for them sometimes, and get them in the right direction.
Yeah.
So it's a good question. I think we went off on a pretty good tangent.
Yeah, it was Elena who asked the question.
Oh, okay.
Which was funny. So she wanted you to bring that up.
My trophy, yeah, definitely.
Your trophy.
No, she's great. She's insane. She's a voodoo witch doctor.
Voodoo.
She's not a reflexologist. She's a voodoo witch doctor.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think. It's starting to get a little late here. I don't want to keep you too long. But anything else you wanted to talk about tonight at all that we didn't bring up? We brought up a lot there. So
yeah, I think we've hit a lot of the mental health stuff.
Yeah, which is good. It's always good to have a conversation like that, especially right now. I'm hoping this.
I one of the big things that I kind of preach with not judging people for what they go through.
Yeah.
I try and equate this to the youth in our community. A lot of people overlook that. And it's unfortunately happening a lot right now in the Quad Cities with all the shootings.
Yeah. A lot of shootings.
All the gang activity and stuff like that. Essentially right now, at-risk youth, right here in the Quad Cities, right here in our backyard, front yard, streets, whatever you want to call it, they are going through their own wars. So these kids are growing up on a daily basis. And this goes along with our first responders as well. Police departments, firefighters, EMTs. All of these guys, gals, kids, they're going through the same stuff that I went through more. But on a daily basis, right here at home. So as my generation starts taking over more, as younger generations are coming up, I think we need to focus on mental health. We need to develop these alternative therapies so we don't have our youth walking around drugged up.
Yeah.
Forgetting everything, or turning into monsters.
Yeah.
or turning into, the drunks that we see at every single bar.
A lot of bars here in the Quad Cities.
Yeah, there is. Drug addicts and drunks and stuff like that. We're going to have guys that are turning 21, if they even make it to 21, that are going to have more battle, shell shock, post-traumatic stress than any number of veterans that have been through war.
Yep.
And that's as a society, we need to start developing the mental health capacities. If we're not going to stop it or stem it from happening, we need to know how to take care of these kids.
Yep.
So they can lead productive lives and get out of that, vicious cycle.
Yeah.
So that's my little feel-good message, I guess.
That's
It's been something that's been weighing on my soul, really, after a couple of these last news articles and news stories, especially with the 12-year-old kid that was shot.
Yeah.
Jeez, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's really getting bad. Something that we just really need to cherish and understand. The value of life as well. That's another thing that seems to be going out the window a little bit, because we're kind of getting numb to it.
Yeah, and the second we start getting numb to it, that's when we start forgetting about it, and we start, deal with it on your own and push it down. And then we see what that did for the generations that came before us.
Yeah.
Pushing it down, it never helped.
Never helped.
It just made them drink more when they got older and beat their kids and become terrible parents, and the cycle continues.
Yeah.
So being open, being honest, shedding light on these uncomfortable subjects, that's what we need to do. That's what I'm going to keep doing.
Yeah, same here. I agree.
Overthink it, maybe.
Yeah, overthinking. Yeah. So my biggest, the way I came up with that was I used to always talk about my overthinking, and I used to call myself that. I don't know why I called myself that, but mainly because I have OCD and I'm a very obsessive person.
Okay.
So it's just there's always something going on up here.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So. But I appreciate you coming on, and
especially
doing it live. I mean, I haven't been able to do a live
awesome.
in-person thing, so
I'm still trying to figure out how to. I told everybody I'm going to be starting my podcast this week, so man, it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
it's a lot of
making everything work. Hopefully, everybody can hear us fine. They seem to. So, well, I look forward to seeing you on the news tomorrow. That'll be cool.
Oh, yeah.
See how they edit that and chop that up. It's always fun.
It'll be like 2 sentences. Hey, guys.
Yeah, we cut everything else out.
Thanks for the money. That's what it's going to be today. Everybody's going to be like, God, this guy's a jerk. He didn't say anything about anybody else. I think the last interview I did, it's like the Emmys. I had this long list of people I was thanking and doing. I get called 3 or 4 businesses. I'm like, hey, I'm going to give you a shout out on the news. It's going to be great. And get people to come to you. And during the interview, it was like an hour-long interview. And I all these shout outs. And then the interview airs on TV. It's literally 15 seconds. And no shout outs at all. It was just
and you promised all these people.
Yeah, and they had chopped it up, so it was half sentences. I'm like, wow, I'm never doing this again. Then of course I do it again.
Yeah, different network though, probably.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, different network.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll leave most of it in.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
We'll see.
Well, all right, man. I'm gonna get everything disconnected.
Alrighty. Thank you for
Good
having
me on. I gotta do the awkward stand up to turn this off.
Bye, folks.